Can everybody hear me? Hello? Yes. Take it a little higher. I found it. Good. All right, I think we'll start. Shabbat Shalom, everybody here and everybody over there. Hello. We will start on page 104, I think. And let's read together on the bottom of 104. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe. You hallow us with the gift of Torah and command us to immerse ourselves in its words. Eternal our God, make the words of your Torah sweet to us and to the house of Israel, your people, that we and our children may be lovers of your name and students of your Torah. We praise you, O God, teacher of Torah to your people Israel. Elu devarim she'ein lahem shi'ur. These are duties whose worth cannot be measured. Together, honoring one's father and mother, acts of love and kindness, diligent pursuit of knowledge and wisdom, hospitality to strangers, visiting the sick, celebrating with bride and groom, consoling the bereaved, praying with sincerity, and making peace where there is strife. And the study of Torah leads to them all. The Talmud Torah keneged kulam. The soul that you have given me, O God, is pure. You created and formed it, breathed it into me, and within me you sustain it. As long as I have breath, therefore I will give thanks to you, my God and God of all ages, source of all being, loving guide of every human spirit. We praise you, O God, in whose hands are the souls of all the living and the spirits of all flesh. Cheryl, do you remember the place where people can get the book online? You did post it. Okay, so it's posted in the chat if you're interested in looking at the prayer book that we're using this morning. Thank you, Cheryl. We'll continue with Nasim B'chol Yom, and the way I like to do it is to do the Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu Melech HaOlam, and then finish it off with the English at the end of the sentence. So we can all do it together. Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu Melech HaOlam, who has implanted mind and instinct within every living being. Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu Melech HaOlam, who has made me a Jew. Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu Melech HaOlam, who has made me to be free. Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu Melech HaOlam, who helps the blind to see. Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu Melech HaOlam, who clothes the naked. Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu Melech HaOlam, who frees the captive. Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu Melech HaOlam, who lifts up the fallen. Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu Melech HaOlam, who makes firm our steps. Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu Melech HaOlam, who girds our people Israel with strength. Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu Melech HaOlam, who crowns Israel with glory. Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu Melech HaOlam, who gives strength to the weary. Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu Melech HaOlam, who removes sleep from the eyes, slumber from the eyelids. Now I'm going to tell us to take a minute and think of one that we could add to these morning prayers of things that we're thankful for. And if you want to, at the end of a couple of minutes, maybe you can share it with us. So do it. Baruch Adonai. Amen. Anybody else? Amen. Okay. It's new, yeah. We have a new. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam has brought us all together this morning. So I think it's something we should add to our service. It puts a little of us into this service. And I'm going to talk about that kind of thing, about putting yourself into prayer, which is important. Okay, we'll continue with the Kaddish on page 108. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah B'alma divrach irutei v'yamlich malchutei B'chayeichon uv'yomeichon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael Ba'agala, ba'agala uv'izman koriv v'yimaru, Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mivarach le'olam u'lomei omaya yitbarach yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudesha brichu Leila min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran bi'alma v'imaru. Amen. Please rise for the Baruch Hu on 109. Lie, 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 lie. Baruch Hu et Adonai Ham Yevorach, Ham Yevorach, Baruch Adonai, Ham Yevorach, Le'olam, Le'olam Va'ed. You may be seated if you want to. Let's read some of this Hebrew that we never read in English, just to see what we're reading, right? We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe. Your mercy makes light to shine over the earth and all its inhabitants, and your goodness renews day by day the work of creation. How manifold are your works, O God! In wisdom you have made them all. The heavens declare your glory. The earth reveals your creative power. You form light and darkness, bring harmony into nature, and peace to the human heart. We praise you, O God, creator of light. Deep is your love for us, abiding your compassion. From of old we have put our trust in you, and you have taught us the laws of life. Be gracious now to us that we may understand and fulfill the teachings of your word. Our eyes in your Torah, that we may cling to your mitzvot. Unite our hearts to love and revere your name. We trust in you and rejoice in your saving power, for you are the source of our help. You have called us and drawn us near to you in faithfulness. Joyfully we lift up our voices and proclaim your unity, O God. In love you have called us to your service. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kivod Chuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Again, let's read in English on page 112. You shall love your eternal God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your being. Set these words which I command you this day upon your heart. Teach them faithfully to your children. Speak of them in your home and on your way, and when you lie down and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand. Let them be symbols before your eyes. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Be mindful of all my mitzvot and do them. So you shall consecrate yourself to your God. I am your eternal God, who let you out of Egypt to be your God. I am your eternal God. Eternal truth is that you alone are God, and there is none else. May all the world rejoice in your love and exalt in your justice. Let them beat their swords into plowshares. Let them beat their spears into pruning hooks. Let nation not lift up sword against nation. Let them study war no more. You shall not hate another in your heart. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. Let the stranger in your midst be to you as the native, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt. From the house of bondage we went forth to freedom. So let all be free to sing with joy. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. No ratehilot osei fele, no ratehilot osei fele. Shira chadasha, shibchu geulim, lishimcha al sfat hayam. Yachad kulam hodu v'himlichu v'amru, Adonai yimloch, Adonai yimloch, le'olam va'ed. Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Eternal One, among the gods that are worshipped? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in splendor, doing wonders? A new song the redeemed sang to your name at the shore of the sea. Saved from destruction, they proclaimed your sovereign power. The Eternal One will reign forever and ever. Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. O Rock of Israel, come to Israel's help. Our Redeemer is God, Most High, the Holy One of Israel. We praise you, O God, Redeemer of Israel. In my body, mind, or spirit, please rise for the tefillah on page 114. That was much better, Lois. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, ve'Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hano Ra, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei HaKol, V'zocher chasdei avot v'imahot, u'mevi gula livnei v'neihem, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. Middle of page 116. נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוא כל הארץ כבודו. אדיר אדירנו אדוני אדוננו, מאדיר שמך בכל הארץ. ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון, לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש. בשבחך אלוהינו, מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. To all generations we will make known your greatness, and to all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. We praise you, eternal one, the holy God. You may be seated. Those who keep the Sabbath and call it a delight shall rejoice in your deliverance. All who hallow the seventh day shall be gladdened by your goodness. This day is Israel's festival of the Spirit, sanctified and blessed by you, the most precious of days, a symbol of the joy of creation. Our God, God of our fathers and our mothers, may our rest on this day be pleasing in your sight. Sanctify us with your mitzvot. Let your Torah be our way of life. Satisfy us with your goodness. Gladden us with your salvation, and purify our hearts to serve you in truth. In your gracious love, eternal God, let your holy Sabbath remain our heritage, that all Israel, hallowing your name, may find rest and peace. We praise you, O God, for the Sabbath and its holiness. Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu ba'amcha Yisrael, utefila ba'ahava tikabel, utehila ratzon tamid avodat Yisrael amecha, Baruch atah Adonai, sha'otecha levadecha b'yira na'avod. We praise you, our God, whose presence gives life to your people, Israel. And now we come to the Thanksgiving thing. I mean, I made you have a blessing in the beginning, but if there's anybody who wants to share anything that's good that's happening in their life, or, just wants to share something, please do. Well, Bisha'ah Tova to Laurie and to Lois again. It's always good. Yeah. All right, anybody? Just think about it if you're up in the virtual world. Sunshine's good. But we also would be thankful for some rain. Yeah, there was a little bit here too, but we don't know if it reached our house, but yeah. Yeah. So sunshine and rain, all good, all God's gifts to us. Yeah. So for everything that we're thankful for, that we wanted to admit to here or not, and we have a lot to be thankful for. So let's join together on the top of page 121. We gratefully acknowledge that you are our God and the God of our people, the God of all generations. You are the rock of our life, the power that shields us in every age. We thank you and sing your praises for our lives which are in your hand, for our souls which are in your keeping, for the signs of your presence we encounter every day, and for your wondrous gifts at all times, morning, noon, and night. You are goodness, your mercies never end. You are compassion, your love will never fail. You have always been our hope. Praise be the eternal God, to whom our thanks are due. Okay, now we're up to peace. So, grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country that it may always be a stronghold of peace and its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within its borders, health and happiness within its homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship among the inhabitants of all lands. And may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. We praise you, O God, the source of peace. Certainly words that we need to think about, because there's so much discord in this world. We can only, at this point, we can work for it, and we can pray for it. So, so let's, before we do our silent prayer, let's think of people that need healing. I think it's up here. Yeah. This week in our own community, the following people really could use our prayers to help heal them. And that's Bela Fega Bat Abba Utzlata, Bill Bly, Gaylord Conquest, Barbara Foreman, Betsy Grossman, Rhonda Hager, Stu Leibach, Bobby Locke, Stephen Matzner, Lois Miller, Felicia Robbins, John Rose, Bill Schneider, Sharon Stein, Velville Ben Avraham, and Pete Walsh. Is there anybody else is thinking about right now? Oh, Lois. Didn't I say you? Okay, definitely Lois. I have to be careful at these steps. I don't want to hurt my leg again. Okay, so when we're thinking about those people that we said out loud and all the people who in the world need healing, I'm going to do number one again because I'm thinking about Debbie. It's been a while, and she's, having known her a little bit, it's a very special prayer. She's the first Reform song person who actually took the Misha Beirach and made it into a melody to sing in congregations rather than a prayer given by the rabbi at the Torah and all that stuff. And it's kind of cool because one summer I was taking a class at the Kala, the Reform Kala, and they had educators and rabbis from all ilks of life. And one of the very esteemed conservative rabbis said that the Misha Beirach will never be the same because Debbie made it into what it is now. So let's sing it together. It's number 1. Misha Beirach Avotenu Mikor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha Beirach imotenu mikor habracha lavote. There's those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Now let's just put our thoughts together and pray silently. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, v'imeru amen. All right, so we've come to the part of ad-libbing. I don't know which, all right. So so we've gone back to be just like our neighbors in Torah portions. So right now we're repeating last week's Torah portion, Naso. So I have a Devar Torah written by actually a friend of Andy's. They were contemporaries at Camp Harlem. She's a rabbi at the synagogue in Elkins. Let me see. I'll tell you when we get to the end. Kol Ami, I believe. They're a congregation that actually just gave up their real estate and moved in with a conservative shul to share space because it's better that way for both of them. But they still have 2 functioning synagogues within this space. So it's Leah Berkowitz. Her, I know her mom, so it's really a very, very intertwined kind of thing. And she's writing the Divrei Torah for the book of Numbers. So she'll do all the book of Numbers. So far they've been fabulous. So let's read this one together. In this week's Torah portion, she's dedicating this to her father, who was a rabbi, and he's passed on. So. Each year I gather our 6th grade families for a session on the meaning of prayer. We spend so much of our time during the Bet Mitzvah process on the mechanics of fixed prayer that it's easy to forget to teach students to pray in their own words and from their own hearts. When I ask participants to share their prayer experiences, the discomfort in the room is palatable. The anxiety only intensifies when I present the session's task. Compose a blessing for each parent to give their children during the ceremony. I imagine the reason for this reticence might sound something like, we express love for our children in countless ways, but bless them? Isn't that your department? Even if we could bless our children, how do we find the words? In this week's Torah portion, not so too, God provides Moses with instructions on how Aaron and his sons, the Kohanim, should bless the Israelites. Thus shall you bless the people of Israel. Say to them, may the Eternal bless you and protect you. May the Eternal make God's face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Eternal's face be lifted towards you in favor and grant you peace. Thus they shall link my name with the people of Israel, and I will bless them. The instructions seem direct, but the early rabbis struggled with the same questions that we do. Who are we to bless the people? Isn't that your department? Rabbi Akiva explains that Kohanim bless the Israelites before God affirms their blessing. Midrash Tanuma imagines God telling the Kohanim, from the beginning I have blessed my people. From now on the blessings are transmitted to you. You are to bless my children. This transition from divine blessing to human blessing begins when Isaac and Jacob blessed their sons. We can use this argument to give all humans the power and permission to bless each other. While God gives the Kohanim a script, the language is nebulous because the blessing is so sparse. It gives us a blank canvas for our own dreams and anxieties. Various interpretations of the priestly benediction suggest that specific words could refer to abundance, protection, wisdom, or gratitude. Moreover, the blessing affirms that God will keep the covenant made with our ancestors and is present in our lives today. Israeli biblical scholar Nechama Leibovitz points to these blessings ascending from the material to the spiritual and ultimately to peace. But she also suggests that the third blessing is about putting the first two to use. The whole of life with its bustle and tumult, its material wealth and spiritual attainments are only instruments to bring us nearer to divine service. My favorite interpretation comes from Rabbi Naftali Zvi Yehuda Berlin's Ha'amek Davar. He suggests that the blessing is vague so that it might convey whatever is appropriate for each person to be blessed with. Likewise, each person should be blessed according to everything that is in need of blessing, protection from whatever causes trouble. As we prepare to bless our children, who knows better what blessings they need than themselves? Before we begin composing our blessings, I ask parents and students to anonymously answer this question. What do you most want your child to hear? The students agreed that they wanted their parents to celebrate their hard work and persistence and acknowledge that they are moving into a phase of life that will grant them more independence. But most of all, they want to hear that their parents love them. The parents' blessings also shared themes: pride in their children's accomplishments, and a deep love of who their children are. One parent wrote, "I love that you are stubbornly you," which is the ultimate blessing for an adolescent. Here were some of our parents' others' blessings. May you be appreciated for your many gifts. May you live a life surrounded by friends and family. May you have peace for yourself and increase peace among others. May you have the strength to take on the world. May you know that you will always have our support no matter what. May you continue to find meaning and comfort from Judaism. May you live a simple life free from fear. May you see the beauty of the world every day. It is one thing to write or speak words from our hearts, but it's quite another to believe that we have the power to bless one another. Here again we find reassurance from Ha'amek Davar. Rabbi Berlin understands the word in the prayer, V'chiyunecha, be gracious to you, to mean not only that your own prayer will be answered, but that your prayers for others will also be accepted. Our power and our permission to bless is hidden in the blessing itself. So I guess we need to do blessings, just like we did this morning in the beginning, right? Yeah. She's pretty good, huh? Yeah. Yeah, so that was just the week, in the URJ's weekly Torah portion, so catch her next week. She's pretty good. I can, if you can, I can do some Haftorah if anybody thinks we should do some kind of holy book reading. I'll be happy to do that. So let me find it. I haven't really looked at it, but I think I can do it. I guess we're doing Naso again. All right. So the blessing for the Haftorah is on page, let's see, 143, 144. Yeah, 145. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'neviim tovim v'ratza v'divreihem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai Habocher baTorah uV'Moshe avdo uV'Yisrael amo uV'Nevi'ei ha'emet v'tzedek. I think this is the story of the birth of Samson. Samson, who was a Nazir, a really holy person, and so his mother was barren and couldn't have children, and an angel visited her and all that kind of good stuff. Vayihi ish echad mitzara mishpachat Hadani ushmo Menoach v'ishto akara v'lo yolada vayira malach Adonai El Haisha Vayomer Eleha Hine Nat Kakara V'lo Yaladid V'harid Vayaladid Ben V'ata Hishamrina V'al Tishti Yayin V'shechar V'al tochli kol tameh ki hinachara v'yoladet ben umara lo yale al rosho ki nizir Elohim yeh hanar min habaten V'hu yachel lo shia et Yisrael miad plishtim ותבוא האישה, ותאמר לאישה, לאומר, איש האלוהים בא אלי, ומראהו כמראה מלאך האלוהים נורא מאוד, ולא שאלתיהו מי זהו, ואת שמו לא הגיד לי. ויאמר לי, הנך הרה, וילדת בן, ועתה אל תשתי יין ושיכר, ואל תאכלי כל טומאה, כי נזיר אלוהים יהיה הנער מן הבטן על יום מותו. All right. So it's basically the angel came and told her that she's going to have a child, and the child's going to be this holy kind of person, and no liquor, no bad food, all that kind of good stuff. And in the end, she has them, and it's Samuel. And so, yeah. So that's, and the reason it belongs with this portion is in the beginning of Naso, it talks about how to be a Nazirite, what you don't do and what you do. A lot of instructions for the priest, right? No cutting your hair, and you don't drink intoxicating beverages, all that kind of stuff. So that's how it connects with the Torah portion. Yeah. So now the blessing after. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, tzur kol haolamim, tzaddik b'chol hadorot, ha'el ha'ne'eman ha'omer v'oseh, hamdaber umkayem, shekol devarav, emet v'tzedek, al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah, ve'al hanviim, ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh, שנתת לנו אדוני אלוהינו לקדושה ולמנוחה לכבוד ולתפארת על הכל אדוני אלוהינו אנחנו מודים לך ומברכים אותך יתברך שמך בפי כל חי תמיד לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני Mikadesh HaShabbat. Amen. All right. So, we've done all the stuff we need to do, haven't we? Okay. Anybody want to say anything? We can have a little talk. Yeah. All right. So let's do our Aleinu, and which is on page 148. Rise if you want to, if you can, because God can see you wherever you are, so it doesn't matter. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol, latet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kegoyei ha'aratzot, v'lo samanu kimishpachot ha'adama, Shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech malchei hamlochim, hakadosh baruch hu. Shehonot hashamayim v'yosei haaretz, u'moshav yikaro b'shamayim imal, Ushchinatu zo, b'govhei meromim, hu Eloheinu einod, emed malkeinu efes zulato, kakatu torato, v'yadata hayom, v'hashevota alevechecha, ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim, b'shamayim imal, v'al haaretz mitachat einod. V'nemar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shmo echad. We did forget something. We forgot the announcements for the week. And I'm going to read them because Bob wants to stay where he is. You can sit down. So, let's see. We're having services right now. Sunday from 12 to 3 o'clock, the men's club are having a family fun day in Oaks at at Arnold's. So if you come, they will give you a card for tickets and activities, and you can go in there and have fun. And better still, each time that a person goes in, the men's club is going to contribute something towards our capital campaign. So go have fun and make money for the temple too. That'll be great. Thursday, there will be Torah study at 12 o'clock with Rabbi Sharon Forman-Tall in person and on Zoom. Saturday, June 10th is Real Night. The movie is Big Sonia. I've seen it. It's really worth seeing. Definitely worth seeing. Tuesday, June 20th, there'll be a TBA fundraiser at Pepper's in King of Prussia, the restaurant, from 6 to 9 p.m. They'll donate 10% of all the money that we spend in our name at TBA. So we could make a lot of money. So come and have dinner. Don't cook, it's too hot, and just go to Pepper's on the 20th. On the 23rd at 7 p.m., that's Friday evening services. They're going to be led by Cantor Marshall Portnoy, the emeritus cantor from Mainline Reformed Temple. And he's going to lead the whole service, so it should be very different than what we usually do, but maybe the same, who knows. He's going to use our book, and it should be exciting. And we want you to really come and see if that's the kind of music we want to add periodically to our services. So we need your opinion. So please come. And Sunday, June 25th, there'll be a sisterhood event, beginning with breakfast at Nudies in Berwyn. So that's the Nudies. And then after that, at 10:30, there's going to be a walk at Jenkins Arboretum in Devon. So it should be a nice day if the weather permits, everything's good. So if nothing else, come have breakfast. If nothing else, take the walk. You don't have to go to both of them. So that's pretty much what's happening. And I'm getting scared of these steps. Is that crazy? 2 little steps that did me in. Okay. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, let us meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. Again. Too many papers. This week we remember Margaret Schenkel, mother of Colette Wake, who was laid to rest yesterday. And so this is the week of Shiva. And we commemorate the yortzites of the following loved ones of our congregation. Carol Mischel, mother of Ruth Levy. Marvin Midas, father of Vicky Midas. Louis Favish, father of Susan Levy. Julia Silovitz, grandmother of Linda Tesler. Cordell Thomas, husband of Carol Kirshner. Howard Kramer, late husband of Linda Kramer Kamens. Irene Chaya Doniger, sister of Matthew Shapiro and Ira Shapiro, and a friend of us all. Marilyn Grobman, mother of Linda Grobman. Florence Spar Leach, aunt of Amy and Raina Frederick. Harrison Tarnoff, brother of Priscilla Brown. Florence Krimker, grandmother of Josh Saragovi. Irene Matzner, sister of Stephen Matzner, great aunt of Nicole Sherwood, aunt of Jennifer Sherwood. Robert Lampel, uncle of Susan Levy. Is there anybody else that has anyone to remember at this point? Life is finite. Like a candle, it burns, it glows, it is radiant with warmth and beauty. Then it fades. Its substance is consumed, and it is no more. In light we see, in light we are seen. The flames dance, and our lives are full. But as night follows day, the candle of our life burns down and gutters. There is an end to the flames. We see no more and are no more seen. Yet we do not despair, for we are more than a memory, slowly fading into the darkness. With our lives we give life. Something of us can never die. We move in the eternal circle of darkness and death, of light and life. However brief our time on earth, O God, you endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. In this moment of memory, our griefs and sympathies are mingled. Loving God, we praise your name by standing as one community to recite Kaddish Latom. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, b'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala ubizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam omei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudisha brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran b'yalma v'yimru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'ramav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru amen. May the one who causes peace to reign in the high heavens cause peace to reign among us, all Israel and all the world, and let us say amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. Amen. Please be seated. Let's do Adon Olam, the old, tradition. Anyway. Adon Olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra li'et nasa b'chefso kol azai melech shemo nikra v'acharei kichlot hakol Levado yimloch nora, v'hu haya, v'hu hoveh, v'hu yiyeh, b'tifara, v'hu echad v'ein sheni, lehamshilo, lehachbira, bili reshit, Bili tachlit, v'lo ha'oz v'hamisra, v'hu eli v'chai goali, v'tzor chevli beit Sarah, Vehu nisi umanos li minat kosi biyom ekra biyado avkid ruchi beiti shan ve'aira v'im ruchi giviati Adonai li v'lo ira. Wow. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. All right. Shabbat shalom, everybody up there. Oh, shall we do the Kiddush here, I guess? Yeah, let's do the Kiddush here. Don't go away. All right, so the Kiddush is on page. Come on up, Bob. You can stand next to me. I'm not even going to do a Shamro. Which page? Yeah, 160, 60. Yeah. So we're supposed to sing Vishamru. So let's sing Vishamru. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et yom Shabbat lidorotam berit olam Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti leolam Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat La'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat La'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam Uvayom hashvi Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat vayinafash Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat La'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Pick up the glass. Al kain beirach Adonai et yom ha-Shabbat vayikad shehu. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam borei peri hagafen l'chaim. Motzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Shabbat shalom. Again, Shabbat shalom. Go forth.